Through this whole semester, we have been able to establish the basements to understand the language acquisition process. Based on that, my partner Angie Garzón and me, Daniel Betin, are going to highlight 10 essential ideas formulated on the topics we have been discussing through the whole class.
He's like, where's the milk?
I
think you like it. A little different. That's good?
Different pizza.
Wow, everyone by yourself, eh?
Yeah.
I'll put extra carrots. You're making me hungry. Nah, I'm not gonna eat all your wings, lady. That's what I call a pizza party foul. See you in 30. Oh, wait. You want cheese?
Cheese.
Yeah, what's a pizza without cheese? A cardboard box?
The first idea is that children do not learn second languages quickly and easily. One of the wrong ideas is to believe that children have a superiority because they learn a second language faster. This idea has been questioned by researchers, and the reality is that learning a second language is related with psychological and social factors rather than biological. As children have some advantages, so do adults as they perform better and know more strategies and memory techniques to learn vocabulary and grammar rules. This idea is connected with the second one, that is to believe that the earlier children begin to learn a second language, the better. But we have to be careful. This statement can have a negative impact on adults because they will believe that as adults they don't have the opportunity to acquire a second language anymore, just because they are not children. According to some studies, older children and adults are more skilled in dealing with grammatical analysis, while children have an advantage in pronunciation as this aspect involves motor patterns. The third idea is that students can learn a second language by academic subjects and content. According to some studies, this method increases motivation as the students develop a genuine and immediate need to learn the language. In addition, there are more topics and interests for students, and the range of vocabulary in learning subjects is more varied than the vocabulary that is taught in a typical second language class. This is a different and beneficial way for students to learn a second language. Idea number 4. It can be affirmed that the theory of language acquisition of Jerome Bruner is evidence in Ginny Wiley's case. According to Bruner, the language development of the child is determined by different stimuli with his parents and especially with the social world. Its development is not individual, but is acquired using communicative forms. That's why the first interactions between mother and child are decisive for language development. In the case of Ginny Wiley, she had no interactions with her parents and her environment, so she failed to develop the necessary mechanisms to help her with the linguistic communication. Idea number 5. Many factors, such as culture, tradition, and behavior, are involved in the process of second language learning. Children have different ways of learning and living that interferes in their processes. Teachers need to be aware of cultural differences in their experiences. The home culture affects values, patterns of language use, and interpersonal style. Idea number 6. Jenny is the proof that Chomsky was wrong. Through his theory, Chomsky defended that within our brain there was a device that allows us to innately learn language. However, the fact that Jenny was never able to learn the English grammar
despite the many efforts of the doctors who had it in charge, proved that this theory is wrong. Children are not born with a language acquisition device. Idea number 7. Children do not learn in the same way. As teachers in training, we need to be aware that not all students learn the same way. The different abilities to access learning tools play an important part in this whole process. That is why we need to understand and figure out how they learn the best. Idea number 8. An important factor for success during second language acquisition is motivation. That is why we as teachers must ensure that the classroom is a supportive environment through the use of age-appropriated learning activities. In this way, learning can be a successful experience. Idea number 9. Students' mistakes must be correct as soon as they are made to avoid the formation of bad habits. In the process of learning a second language, we can persist in making the same type of mistakes over and over again. So it is important that they are correct, either through the tone of voice, gestures, or facial expressions that indicate that they have made a mistake. Idea number 10. When students are allowed to interact freely, they learn from each other's mistakes. Well-designed learning activities allow students to engage in conversations and take part in different contexts where they encounter different forms of language.
Learning a second language is a process that involves a set of transformations that are influenced by factors such as social and cultural environment, cognitive abilities, and opportunities to access quality education. For this reason, it is important to recognize and know research findings on language, so as teachers and students we do not fall into micro-concepts that can affect learning processes. Forming our own ideas and questioning others will allow us to choose wisely the best teaching learning processes for second language acquisition.